Hello and welcome to another episode of Skolaris Weekly. I'm your host Martin Klemsa. Today we're going to experiment with our demo school. This data has been around for quite some time, a few years at least, and we're going to find out if it's possible to reduce the number of teachers to fulfill the curriculum. Let's suppose that one of our part-time teachers is leaving at the end of the year, and we don't have the money in our demo school to replace that part-time teacher. And looking at the list of part-time teachers, I think a good candidate would be Stephen Hawking. He is busy somewhere else, maybe teaching at the university next year, and we're going to have to make do without him. Let's examine his courses. So he teaches 5 courses of physics, 2 lessons each. We're not going to actually delete this teacher from our organization, but rather we're going to add a different teacher to all of his lessons to simulate him being missing. So let's head over to the list of teachers, which are sorted by the workload, and choose some suitable teachers to replace Stephen. My eye immediately set sight upon Isaac Newton, who could teach 6 of Hawking's lessons, and maybe Rosalind Franklin will take the remaining 4. So let's do that. So 6 of the lessons will be taught by Newton, and 4 of the lessons will be taught by Franklin. There she is. Also, what we need to do is change the configuration set for Stephen Hawking, not to interfere with the timetable creation. So I've created a missing teacher configuration we can review. Basically, this configuration allows a terrible timetable, but that doesn't matter because this teacher is actually missing, so that's what we want. Let's head over to our timetable and let's see what's going to happen without Stephen. So we can see our timetable is no longer feasible. There are some double bookings because lessons were added to Franklin and Newton. And I think without further ado, let's run the optimization, see what happens. I don't know. Okay, so that was easy. Let's actually check the optimization settings for our teachers to make sure that their timetables are okay. That looks all right. Maximum teaching periods is 6, consecutive teaching periods is 5. And Franklin, okay, so this experiment with eliminating Stephen Hawking from the timetable was too easy, so let's try another one. And Jacques Paganel, who teaches geography, so let's try to get rid of him as well. Maybe he went on to South America for a half-year exploration journey. So let's give 6 of Paganel's lessons to Francisco Pizarro, who can step in while he's gone. And let's give the remaining 4 to John D. Maybe he can teach geography as well. Let's save this and let's also assign the missing teacher set to Paganel. So by doing this, we've eliminated 2 teachers now from our staff, reducing the cost significantly. Let's see what happens with the timetable. I don't know if this is going to work at all. Pizarro is pretty busy. Actually, I can see something bad here. There's 6 consecutive lessons in Pizarro's timetable. Let's check his configuration. Okay, so his configuration is not correct. Let's change it to maximum of 5 and maximum teaching of 6 per day. Let's save this. That's even worse. But let's try to eliminate all the problems. Okay, there was again. That only took 5 seconds. That's better than I expected. So at the moment, we have a feasible timetable. The worst problems are some daily bookings, but if we examine this French daily booking, that's in 7B, that will not be such a huge problem because the data is set up so that French is actually half of the students are taking French, but half of them are taking design, which is a double class. So this constraint break is kind of intentional. Let's examine the fitness a little bit more. Let's look at the stats. Student timetables are pretty good. Maximum penalty of 30 for 7B. That will be this morning lesson of gardening, not a big deal. Let's look at the teacher timetable stats. Okay, Pizarro, who took most of Paganel's lessons, is worst off, having a penalty of 30. That's probably because his lunch break duration isn't met on several days. Not a big deal either in our configuration. So we actually managed to reduce the staff by 2 members while still keeping the timetables for class groups pretty good. Let's just list through them really quickly. There's one early lesson there, one there which we already saw, and this is perfect. So I think this experiment was a success. Our teachers have still good timetables, students have still good timetables, and we managed to do that with much reduced staff, so we can save some money in our demo school for next year using this timetable. Hopefully you can too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below the video. I'll try to answer them in some of the next episodes. Thanks again for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.